this is breaking, and today's news having to do with a fantastic archaeological discovery. The treasures of Apollo buried beneath ancient Greek ruins. Archaeologists discovered various treasures of Apollo that had been buried under a famous Greek monument, according to a discovery. Apollo is one of the most important and complex of the Olympian gods in classic Greek legends, mythology, Greek and Roman mythology. He was the son of Zeus and Leto. Apollo was said to be the god of archery, music and dance, truth and prophecy, healing and diseases, the sun and light, poetry, and more. As the patron deity of Delphi, near Phorkys, the sanctuary was erected in the 4th century BC by architects Spinthorus and Xenodorus and Agathon to worship the god Apollo. Now, after much of the buildings have been destroyed by an earthquake around 373 BC, that also changed the course of the gas emissions underneath that area. You know, the Delphi oracle was there, the Pythia Delphi oracle, this woman that used to give prophecies. Even Alexander the Great went to her around 330 BC to find out about his future. So anyway, the underground gas emissions, that the fumes that would cause the Delphi oracle to go into a daze, a frenzy that she had to have before giving her prophecies, were changed because of those earthquakes. They changed the underground structures as well. Anyway, Amazon Prime's Secrets of Archaeology show how breakthroughs are still being made after thousands of years. The narrator explained in that series, the ancient sacred road that leads to the sanctuary, crammed today with tourists, wanted to see the archaeological site that was lined with ancient times, with statues and small temples. They were the treasures of Delphi, and this treasure of the Athenians is the best preserved one. But there were many, all containing valuables and artworks, most of which were carried off over the centuries and never found again. However, Delphi never fails to amaze with the gold, bronze, and ivory votive objects, the magnificent Sphinx. It looks like a sphinx. It has wings, however, and it has a woman's head. And perhaps the city's most beautiful statue that has ever been unearthed. The superb objects were not mentioned in history books, and the series revealed how archaeologists found many relics below ground, and it said scholars found the answer to this mystery by examining the disasters that occurred in the area, like earthquakes, landslides on the hills of Delphi, because it's basically, Delphi is located at the side of a mountain, and it has a ravine underneath. It's a crevice. It's like a crack in the earth. And Delphi is right on the side of the mountain. And everything is built up towards the platforms, you know, on the side of the mountain. Even the waterfall, the stream of water, and all these locations are very cramped up together, and they're on the side of the mountain. So of course they would have landslides and rock falls, especially after rains and earthquakes. And so the scholars found answers to this mystery by examining the disasters that occurred in the area. Had the gifts offered to Apollo been damaged in these disasters, they could no longer be displayed. That's why people buried them below the sanctuary, below the temple. So the many masterpieces already under the ground can now be admired at the local museum, which is just across the temple of Apollo. Another beautiful construction is the tools, the circular buildings, the diameter of approximately 30 feet and 23 feet in height. It was very big, but it expressed the Greek tendency to seek perfection and was an unusual building in classical Greece. And the archaeologists in the series explained why the sanctuary was so important to the ancient Greeks. To worshippers, their images of the power and majesty of the gods was embodied in the beauty of the building. And besides being a place of worship, Delphi also played host to the Pythian Games, one of the 4 athletic and artistic festivals of ancient Greece. The battles at the Pythian Games included competition in wrestling, running, throwing, javelin throwing, and even it was held the event as every 4 years, just like the Olympic Games were held every 4 years. Winners were awarded crowns of laurel wreaths, the plant worn by Apollo himself, to whom the games were dedicated. And Apollo was known for his wisdom and sense of justice, and he was the patron of archery, as we said, showing great courage even when he was a child. Now, as you can see, this is the location of the Delphi Oracle and the temples and the buildings. It's on the side of a mountain, and down towards the right you have this ravine. It's a crack in the earth, and on the other side of that is another mountain that looks like this side of the mountain where the Delphi is. And basically all these ancient structures are on the side of the mountain. Very frightening, actually. The whole town of Delphi is built like this. Even the hotels are built downwards. You know, you have the road, and you get into that level, the entrance level, and all the floors are built downwards towards the ravine. Anyway, this is on Express UK. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.